channel does not promote or promotion any illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant only for educational purpose only.
Flex Podcast, where I'm your host, Yeshua Judah, sitting along my co-host, Ayub Ben Yehu. It has been another week. We coming off of Throw It Around Thursday, which we had a really great time. This here is first Thursday of this so-called month. Exactly. This so-called month on the day that the Greeks called Thor's Day. So here we are. Here we are. Yes, indeed, man. It's how you been, brother? You been good?
Man, been good. Been rehearsing and preparing for the traveling up tomorrow for the Fall Feast Festival. We opening up the praise segment for the concert tomorrow. So been a good week, man. Been busy. Been getting a lot of things together, but all praise to the Most High. Been a good week. So, how about you, man? How your week been?
Week been good, man. I had 2 weeks in a row where I had Mondays that was out of this world. I don't know what it is. I think I do. I really do believe. I be in denial Sunday night that I got to go to work Monday, and I never just prepare myself for Monday. And when I get up Monday morning, it's just like it's here. Right. So it's true.
You wake up Monday
because
morning,
after Monday, everything rolls smooth. Everything go the way it's supposed to go. But man, them Mondays, boy, they be rough, man.
Yeah.
But the Fall Festival, though, I've heard you mention that a couple of times.
Yes, man. Yes.
Is this a Hebrew?
Yes, this is a Hebrew event. Major shouts to Moray Anthony Douglas and his congregation at Seventh Day Harvest Ministries in Archdale, North Carolina, which I grew up in Kannapolis, North Carolina, which is about 15 minutes northeast of Charlotte. So Archdale is right before you get to Greensboro. So from the Kannapolis, Charlotte area, it's about an hour, maybe hour and 15.
Okay.
You got Yah's Healing Ministry from Louisville, Kentucky. So Yah's Healing Ministry, Mr. Benaiah Yisrael and his congregation from Louisville, they're traveling up. Today is actually the first day they're live now with a couple workshops, meet and greet, and seminars. They were on Facebook Live. I think they were passing them around the mic, and different people from different areas was introducing themselves, getting acclimated. Archdale, North Carolina, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Now tomorrow morning, they have a music seminar. They're visiting a plantation out that way. They have a singles seminar, and then at 7 p.m. the praise concert is going to start. And yes, yours truly will be opening up, setting the atmosphere of praise. I'll be doing Victory. Y'all willing, I'll be doing Victory off of New Moon, Praise Report, the new single, and also Miracle off of New Moon. And then performing with my sister Simka Yahoo before she comes.
I know her. Yes,
Your Heads, the song me and her has together off her new album.
Okay.
Man, we're gonna y'all willing, we're gonna travel up tomorrow morning, get there, meet everybody, and it's a beautiful weekend. I know they have Sukkot going on out there. They have a campground set up where you can Sukkot. Now Saturday you will have the major artists, Lorvins, Yapa Q, Hezekiah, Paisley, the Hebrew, like they'll all be performing Saturday. Zamaria, they're going to be performing Saturday. So you have two concerts.
So who's doing the videoing?
I know Moray Anthony Douglas. I know someone from his congregation, 7 Day Ministries. They will be, and I'm sure Benaiah. But like I said, there were like 2 Facebook Lives that I just checked out. The Judges of Israel, they were doing a Facebook Live. So I'll have somebody from the House of Ayub doing video. So I'll most definitely get to some footage up and because it's going to be a beautiful Hebrew event, man. I can't wait to get there and see everybody. So we're
What type of
excited.
venue? What is the venue?
Now Sunday is the venue. It is one of the Maury Douglas's congregation that they have Shabbat and their mirashes. I don't know how many is in his exact congregation, but it is an assembly that we're going to be doing this at. And then Sunday is all day vending. You'll have brew businesses. I know our sister Quarte, she'll be out there this Sunday with her clothing line, her shirts, Beauty for Ashes. And then you'll have great food, great fun. So it's going to be, starting tonight, right now, all the way through Sunday. We're going to be out there at Seventh Day Harvest Ministries Assembly in Archdale, North Carolina.
All praises, brother. I've heard you mention that a couple of times, and I've been meaning to ask you about it.
Yeah, man.
And then you just mentioned it again, and I was like, what a better time to ask than now? Absolutely. That way everybody can know about, what's going on. And this brother here be traveling too, so y'all keep this brother and his family in prayer.
Please do, yeah. We try to.
It seems like every weekend, me and this brother, we be communicating, and both of us be on the road at the same time, man. Yeah, I'm on the road, he on the road, exactly. Right. So please keep this brother and his family in prayers. And that sounds like that's going to be a very, very great event.
And it is a sold out event. I will add, it is sold out. So all praises to the Most High for that.
So if it's sold out, I'm curious that if it's sold out to all of us who are awake, and how
my goodness,
that's going to be there.
Man.
That's awakening. You did what I'm saying?
Right. You got, when you have artists such as Travis Snipes, Lorvins, J. Lutch, Yapaku, Simca Yahoo, Paisley, the Hebrew, Hezekiah, you're going to attract Hebrews that have been woke and that are, like you just said, and more importantly, that just woke this year, couple days, couple months, coming to this event from California, Chicago, Ohio, South Carolina, North Carolina, from all over. So it's important, like you were just adding, that the newly awakened Israelites, that they get fed and ministered to in these, with these artists and these mores and these teachers, being able to feed, into the bread of Mashiach, because, hey, we all we got. And for it to be sold out, it truly means that everybody is coming from all over to be fed. So, man, we're excited. All praise.
Yeah, that sounds like that's going to be a really great show. And as I'm sitting here looking at our ticker, we still got the same ticker on from last week. Let me change that. Yeah, we still got the same ticker on from last week. Yeah. Man, okay. But we good now, though. There we go. Episode 74. Nation's feeling froggy. They feeling froggy. You remember when you was a kid? Oh, we had all kind of stuff.
All kind of little
stuff. Like, you bad, knock the stick off my shoulder. We'll draw a line. You know what I'm saying? Draw a line to saying all kinds of stuff, man. These nations, I don't know how many people paying attention to these nations, but these nations feel froggy, man. And, we was just 2 minutes ago that I think that the people who will sleep the most is the American people, because, like I've always said, we got too much. So many years we've had it too good.
Good, man.
We don't know what it's like to be in a fight.
Right.
We don't know what it's like to have, you know what I'm saying, bombs flying over our heads. And I'm talking about nations that this is how they live.
Right.
And so, go ahead, brother.
I was just going to say, if you, to land back of what you're saying, if you look at nations like Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, Afghanistan, a lot of those civilians know what it truly means to survive. And little children, 7, 8 years old, 11 years old, 4 or 5 years old, running from bombshells, running from, family members gathering up 9 people and running here to this other part of the city to, now you got a house full of 30 people, which, you got a couple food, couple things of food to last you for a couple of days, and you might have to dip again. So
that's life for them.
and
That's the
that's
thing.
life.
That's life
And
for them.
right, that's
Life for us is,
we
you know, television series, whatever they may be. You know,
right, whatever it
sports
may be.
and you
Right.
know work. You know, travel. You know, whatever it may be. That's life for us. And I'm not necessarily in that. And this the thing too. I don't want no one to think that what I'm saying that life for us is terrible. That's a
Right,
bad
right.
thing. That's not a bad thing, but
Not at all.
I need people to pay attention to what's happening.
Put in
These
perspective.
nations are beefing,
Yeah.
and this is not no idle beef. Putin is not playing.
He's not playing, y'all.
Putin is not playing, and
He's
you
not
know
playing.
we're going to get into it. I don't want to. I always say this wrong. Let me see if I say it right this time. I don't want to put the horse before the cart.
Yeah, there you go.
Did I say it right, or is it the cart before the horse?
Is it the cart before the horse? Right, you got to put the cart. Like I'm over here. I can't even say tongue tied.
Oh well, yeah, I know, right? I always say it wrong, but I don't want to move too fast. Is what I'm saying, right? Because we're gonna get into a little bit of things that Putin has said, a little bit of things of what Biden has said, and we're gonna relay all of this into Bible prophecy and where we are right now. It's 11:59. It's 11:59. It's almost midnight.
Almost.
It's how much oil do you have in your lamps? Is the question.
Ooh, come on.
How much oil do you have in your lamp is the question. So, you know, we're gonna get into it, man. But we 12 minutes in right now. We're running a little bit behind, but that's okay.
That's all right.
I am inviting everybody that is here with us live. Please participate in the chat. I'll be going back and forth to it as much as I can. But please participate. If you're here, you're listening, you have anything that you want to say, you know, drop it in there. You know, you are a part of the show as well. I think one of the best things that the Most High allowed me, myself, and Oxafai to do was to start going live. Mm-hmm. And by the grace of the Most High, too, he shall be back with us next week.
Yes.
We looking forward to that as well.
Looking forward to having him back, man.
Exactly. So please comment. I'm going to try to find a way that we can have a line as well, where people can call in. That's one of the things. That's one of the visions that I have for the show. You know, so the show is going to be forever evolving. But with that being said, we got a Beyond Critical Race Theory. Do you think we need to go ahead and do it now, or do you think we need to hit that music break? Go ahead and do it now.
We'll go ahead.
We'll keep it in the order that we would want.
Yeah, this one is real short. I'm going to share my screen. So tonight on the table, on deck, we got one of our brothers, if you can see right there. This is an article from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Now, we've been doing a lot of Beyond Critical Race Theories in Atlanta, the Georgia area. That's a lot of research I've been researching, and we have a lot of history, rich history, that we just had land there and was settled there, or neighboring counties, and ran off from the neighboring counties into Atlanta, where we are. Today Atlanta is deemed, so-called Black Hollywood, or what a lot of us have migrated to because of things like this. Now, I'm gonna bring this out. This is Mr. Henry Peg Gilbert, and this is a recent article about Georgia. You can see the headline: Georgia sheriff acknowledges law enforcement role in a 1947 lynching. And I wanted to bring this out. I was looking at this young man, and it just goes to the word out there in Ecclesiastes. There's nothing new under the sun, and the same things in 1947. If you think about it, it's really not that long ago. I mean, this is, it's not like it's forever. This is, in modern time, it's kind of recent. So if you think about today,
it's recent enough that my mama
exactly.
had been born. My mama had been born.
She was born and on the earth when these things were covered. Right. So if you recently, there was another. Remember this face right here, guys. This is Officer Sheriff Elect Jody Green out of Columbus County, North Carolina. Now, this just happened. He went on a paranoid tirade about his black staff members
That
and black
brother.
deputies, saying he was calling us bastards and all kind of stuff. And I just want to
Just
keep that
fire
in
them
mind.
all.
Fire them all. He said, fire them all. So
Fire them
let's go
all.
back to 1947, and I wanted to bring that out because that just recently happened. So you're looking at 1947 up to now, and I want you to, as I read this, I want you to ask yourself a question: has anything changed? Is there anything new? So let's get into it. Henry Peg Gilbert, the man on the screen, was beaten and shot to death by the Harris County Police Chief in 1947 while in custody at the county jail. So we can't even be arrested and be in custody and feel safe in the jail cell. Now, his lynching, one of more than 600 reported in Georgia, that's just what's been reported, occurred when Gilbert, a husband and a father of 4 daughters, had been wrongly accused of helping another so-called black man flee after he had shot and killed a white farmer. Now, you say he shot and killed a white farmer. We've heard the stories about Lake Lanier, and they dumped the water over the town that was burned down. We had land. We were farmers. We had our own. We were sharecropping, doing all that stuff. So you think if he shot and killed a white farmer, think about what that probably was over. It was probably over a land dispute. You see what I'm saying? Somebody trying to take his land. So now with the Florida stand your ground law, back then we couldn't do that. And still today, we can't do
We
it. We try
still
to
can't
defend
do it.
ourselves. Right. We try to defend ourselves. We get ridiculed for it. So now no one was ever held accountable for Gilbert's murder, and his family was forced to sell. Listen to this. His family was forced to sell their 111-acre farm and leave the state. Sad, man. Sad. So
How many
recently,
acres, man?
111.
That's
So
generational wealth. This is
think.
something that I want people to understand with that,
Yes.
man. That's
Yes.
generational wealth.
Well,
Go ahead.
no, and I'm glad you brought that up because that was my next point. This is what we do this show to bring out this information because once again, beyond critical race theory is what? It's not a theory, it's a fact. So the fact of this matter is the reason I'm bringing this out because this man had just we were so-called emancipated, 1868, 1870, which was maybe 60, 70 years earlier. So you mean to tell me this man worked hard enough and had 111 acres? Do you know from 1947 to 2022 what that 111 acres would have been for his family?
Man.
Let that sink in for 2 seconds.
Man.
Think about that.
That's generational.
That's like you just say, that is generational wealth. So reading this article, it says now this was a couple years ago. This article, it says on Saturday, Harris County Sheriff Mike Jolly acknowledged local law enforcement role in the lynching in a ceremony honoring Gilbert that marked another effort by a Georgia community to heal racial wounds from the past. He says, quote, "We should have protected him," said Jolly, who was in his 7th term as the chief law enforcement official in the small county north of Columbus. I acknowledge and accepted the fact that Harris County and the involvement was inappropriate and wrong, and it should have never happened. Now, this marked the 2nd time in the past year that a white law enforcement executive in Georgia publicly expressed remorse over his agency's role in the lynching of a black man during the Jim Crow era. Now, it says that the LaGrange police chief, Lou Deckmar, in neighboring Troup County, apologized in January 2017 for his department's role in the 1940 lynching of Austin Calloway. Now, we got all this apologizing going on, but is anybody giving the land back to his family?
Nope.
But they'll have a ceremony.
I don't even believe the apologies are.
It's not even. It's just for a ceremony to get on TV and show face that you.
Exactly.
That's all it is. So moving along, it says that Austin Calloway had been in custody in the city jail when a white mob took him in the middle of the night and shot him and left him to die along a rural dirt road. So the Lieutenant Deckmar's public statement was historic. They say it was historic. I don't see anything historic about it, as he is believed to be the first police chief in the South to publicly apologize for his agency role in a lynching. Now that's what makes it historic. You mean to tell me in 2020 and 2022 you're the first one to make? Come on, y'all. This is And this is, and like I said, I just mentioned just this past a few days ago, the sheriff, the newly elected sheriff said, "Look, all my black deputies, fire them. I'm
Gone,
tired of them."
gone. That's what he
Now you,
said.
that's what he said. That's a
That's what he
fact. That is an
said.
article. It says Dagmar became
You can
president.
find that on YouTube. You
You can
can hear
find it
the
on
rant on
YouTube.
YouTube.
It's starting to gain traction. It's starting to gain
Yeah,
traction, and mainstream media still really not saying anything about it. But
of
with
course
small
not.
media outlets like ourselves and other, people that is bringing this truth out, it's starting to gain traction. Dagmar became president of the International Association of Chiefs of Police in October, and he said that he has said building trust with minority communities is an urgent challenge facing police agencies across the country. Part of the process, he said, is acknowledging past injustices. It says his apology came last year was a part of a racial reconciliation effort in Troup County that helped inspire a similar effort in Harris County that led to the ceremony. Still, for some in Harris County, the circumstances of Gilbert's murder, like lynches in many communities across the South, are still a difficult issue to discuss. They go on quote to say, "We thought it was a step forward because we want to do this for the community to heal," said Valerie West, Gilbert's great niece, who is a member of the group. His presence was very important, just like Chief Dagmar. So you have Henry's niece kind of siding with the police, saying that it's heartfelt. The apology is accepted. We as his family accept it. So once again, I just asked Miss West the question: have they given the land back? If they're truly sorry, the land
They're
that
not sorry.
the 1,100 acres that they stole from you. It ain't like they paid you for it. They stole it. They ran you out of the country or out of the county for something that they couldn't even prove that this young man did for his friend. He was having his friends back, and they lynched him, shot him, left him on the side of the road. So no amount of apologies or I'm sorries can change what took place to the Gilbert family, Dagmar said. And those words are hollow and empty if a person's heart is not changed and the darkness in that heart is not really gone. Now, that's a true statement. And I wanted to end with that because, well, I'm going to read it again. No amount of apologies or I am sorries can change what took place to the Gilbert family, he said. And those words are hollow and empty if a person's heart is not changed and the darkness in that heart is not really gone. The Civil War ended, everybody, but their hearts never changed, as you can see with this right here. It's still,
one of the things I that always resonates with me, that was the case of 1947, right? Mm-hmm. And those were white people who lynched this guy in 1947, which were children of a generation before them.
Right.
And which had hatred in their heart towards us. And the generation before them had hatred in their hearts towards us. And so, and I'm saying all of that to say that you got so many people, so many of us that really believe things have changed in this country when it hasn't. What we have now are offsprings of those people.
Yeah, come on,
listen to what I'm saying.
Come on, man.
That was 1947.
1947.
That was 1940. The same way that we are offsprings of people who had been lynched. They are offsprings of people who had been enslaved. They are offsprings of people who had been captured. You see what I'm saying? We are all offspring. So that what I'm saying is that these people are these same people. If the root is evil, the whole tree is evil.
Right. That's it. And to land back off what you just said, this guy right here, this is 2022. That was in 1947, which is 75 years ago. So this guy's not 75. So that means he wasn't born then. But like you just said, y'all, the most important thing about bringing this out is that he is the grandchild of somebody, a granddad or a dad that was living back then, that had the pitchfork, had the torches, and that helped get these young men's lives out of here.
And here he is a sheriff who is a government official who took an oath to serve and protect. But where is his heart really at?
Come on,
Let's
Cap.
get this music break in, man. This is my boy, The Rock Bar. We want to thank you for that, Ayo, man. This
Yeah,
is
man.
Trumpets in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Trumpets in Jerusalem.
Let's get it.
Where my music at? There it is. I found it.
The reporter said they hearing trumpets in Jerusalem. End times. The reporter said they hearing trumpets in Jerusalem. Let's go. I'm an Israelite, I rap about the Bible. What did you expect? We the salt, patience of the saints, we gon' be ruling next. Messiah snatching crowns, he gon' show y'all what to do with that. The truth is back, trumpets in Jerusalem, let's get active. This our last shot, this one for the captives, the brokenhearted, the have-nots. Kingdom is the only thing we care about. Put in work. Hand to the plow, don't you dare stop. You in a bad spot, keep maneuvering, don't crash. This feel like when you got your first fringes. Bright blue ribbon, the gold ones, they can't miss them. Hoping they ask about it, cause you memorized that scripture. Numbers 15 and 38, say you didn't, they might laugh now. Till they see the angels really with us. Trumpets in Jerusalem, it's midnight. Aki, let's get it. This, that, make you wanna fast and get your zeal back. Thumbs bruised up from all the pages you done peeled back. They can't trick us, we know what the script say. Level up, I ain't letting up. I just can't. Was on that broad path to the Savior said go this way, the best way. Shining like the stones in his breastplate. Levi, Judah, and the Northern Kingdom underground tunnels. My ancestors wanted freedom, would be proud of us. For that Ruach Aki, I'm fiending. Signs and wonders, that real power, I wanna feel it. Now we charged up, we buy words. They forgot about us. Trumpets in Jerusalem, he gon' stand on the Mount of Olives. 70 weeks in Daniel, this the final hour. Come out of her, my people, he gon' smite the tower. Babel is finished, under the sun it ain't nothing new. 1,000 might fall at your side, but it won't come to you. I don't think they want the truth, they getting too comfortable. Whether they believe or not, they gon' hear the trumpets too. Yeah, trumpets in Jerusalem. The Father gave us all talents, is you using them? End times, you ready? Go get suited up. Won't be long before the Lion of Judah come. Oppression make a wise man mad, the feeling's mutual. Fulfill your calling, you can't run when he chooses you. Yeah, and remain humble when he using you. The reporter said they hearing trumpets in Jerusalem. Last days, we turning the last page. Messiah coming whether you believe it or not. I don't know if you check the news or not, but they said we 100 seconds to midnight. If you know, you know. Our timing is perfect.
That's fire. Like you said, Doc, 100 seconds to midnight.
100 seconds to midnight. Say, man,
Just
that's my dude right there. Do you rock with the
Yeah,
Rock Bar?
yeah.
This brother here, man. It's a lot of cats that do true music that you be like, man, this brother here got it, and this brother here, man, you could feel the ruach on this brother.
Yeah.
It's like what this brother do. It's like, you know what I'm saying. It's like he wet with the ruach, man, and that stuff is just be inspiring to me,
right?
Man.
He's most definitely have the ruach to minister. He doesn't. It's not just for entertainment. Even though he knows he's the best, probably the number one artist or number one rapper out here, but he doesn't.
Right.
He doesn't go in that direction. He really truly ministers from his heart, and he's close to the Father. So that's why, he's well-rounded in his gift, man.
Well-rounded. I've talked to the brother, man, and
he's a good guy,
very
man.
down to earth brother, man. Very down to earth.
He's been in Africa for about a year.
That brother Dip.
Yeah, he was like, yo.
That brother Dip.
Man, he was like,
him and his whole family.
Whole family. He just
brother Dip.
Yeah, man.
All praises, man.
Trumpets in Jerusalem. That's
trumpets in Jerusalem. Let me change this banner. America, horns like a lion.
Let's get into it.
But speak like a dragon. Let's hear him talk. Here we go.
I want to also speak to Mr. Putin's remarks this morning. You know, America and its allies are not going, let me emphasize, are not going to be intimidated, by Putin and his reckless words and threats. He's not going to scare us, and he doesn't or intimidate us. Putin's actions are a sign he's struggling. The sham referenda he carried out and this routine he put on, don't worry, it's not on there if you're looking, okay? The sham routine that he put on this morning, showing the unity and, as people holding hands together. Well, the United States is never going to recognize this. And quite frankly, the world's not going to recognize it either. He can't seize his neighbor's territory and get away with it. It's as simple as that. And they're going to stay the course. They're going to continue to provide military equipment so that Ukraine can defend itself and its territory and its freedom, including additional resources that the Congress is going to give me today of $13 billion more to help the Ukrainians defend themselves and fight back. And we're fully prepared to defend. I want to say this again. America is fully prepared with our NATO allies to defend every single inch of NATO territory. Every single inch. So, Mr. Putin, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Every inch. And I've been in close touch with our allies. We're announcing new sanctions today as well, that including new authorities to sanction anyone who provides political or economic support to Russia's fraudulent territorial claims. And I've been in close touch with our NATO allies who are united in our resolve to take on his aggression. So I thank you all very much. You also asked me earlier about the pipeline, and let me say this. It was a deliberate act of sabotage, and now the Russians are pumping out disinformation and lies. We're going to work with our allies to get to the bottom of precisely what happened. And at my direction, I've already begun to help our allies enhance the protection of this critical infrastructure. And at the appropriate moment when things calm down, we're going to be sending divers down to find out exactly what happened. We don't know that yet exactly, but we're not, just don't listen to what Putin is saying. What he's saying we know is not true. Thank you all so very much.
Speak like a lion. I mean, have horns like a lamb, but he speaks as a dragon. Speaks as a dragon, man.
Wow.
The segment, and that's what I call this segment, right? For the very reason, because America always make it seem as if they are the savior of the world.
Man.
They always make it seem like they're the savior of the world, but in reality, America is the bully on the block.
They're the bully on the block, man.
I'm finna show something here, man. Let me show something, bro.
Wow.
Let me share my screen. Is the screen too? No, this one right here. Check it out. I got some pictures I want to show. This is America. So this is in regards to when he said that. What happened? This is in regards to when he said that. He said America is not going to recognize this, and quite frankly, the world's not going to recognize it either. The brother said that he can't seize his neighbor's territory and get away with it. It's as simple as that. My friends, this is America in Afghanistan, where they was not wanted, seizing the poppy seeds. The same poppy seeds that they took, brought back to America, and got half of America, if not more than half of America, addicted to opium.
Yep.
This is America. But he can't seize his neighbor's territory and get away with it. I don't know how well you can see this here, but this is Libya. This part right here, this is Libya before America came in. At the bottom, this is Libya after America left. This right here, it says countries attacked by bombing, sabotage, or attempted government overthrow since World War II. How many is on Iran's side?
Not a lick.
I didn't even count all of these that was on America's side, but I got a better picture right here, right? And I'm finna see if I can blow this up some, so that the people can see it. Let me see here. Where is it at? I can't. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna see if I can blow this up some. I want you to see this here, man. Can you see that a little bit better? Look at that.
Yeah.
These are all countries that America have either bombed. Let me take this off. Yeah, there we go. Have either bombed or they have tried to overthrow their government. America, since World War II, starting in 1953, this is what they have done. Ending all the way in 2015, but it's
Syria.
more than that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's way more than that.
Oh yeah.
Now, these are some words that Putin said, and this was in reference to what Biden was talking about. He said, 1991. This is what America did at, how do you pronounce that? Beloved's Forest?
Yeah. Beloved.
That sound about good to me. Yeah.
Right.
It says, without asking, America, without asking. Now, understand, I'm putting this all in connotation that what he said, that Russia cannot seize its neighbor territory and get away with it. But that's what you do.
That's what you do.
That's what you do. Without asking the will of the common citizens, the representatives, and then party elites decided to destroy the USSR. And the people suddenly found themselves cut off from their motherland. This tore apart and dismembered our nation. This is Putin talking.
This is Putin.
And became a national catastrophe. You think this man forgot this? Nuclear precedent. Yeah. United States is the only country in the world that has how many? Twice used nuclear weapons to destroy Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They use nuclear weapons twice. And look at this, up under that. Even today, they actually occupy Germany, Japan, Republic of Korea, and other countries, and at the same time cynically call themselves allies of equal standing. Come on, America. Let's let the history talk, okay?
Right.
Let's let the history talk.
Right. And Putin was saying this is his words in his speech he gave.
Con. What in that speech that he was given a history class, a real history class on America. Understand me?
Yep.
The West began its colonial policy back in the Middle Ages and then followed the slave trade, the genocide of Indian indigenous tribes in America, the plunder of India, of Africa, the wars of England and France against China. Russia.
I think I lost it out.
You can't hear me?
There you go. I can hear you now. There you go.
Okay, then con. All right. Do I need to read that again?
Yeah, read that again one more time.
I'm gonna read that again. The West began its colonial policy back in the Middle Ages. And then followed the slave trade, the genocide of indigenous tribes in America. And we know who the indigenous tribes in America was, right? The plunder of India, of Africa, the wars of England and France against China. This is what America do. So you telling me that Russia cannot seize the territory of their neighbors and get away with it?
Right. How you said, boy?
Come on now. Did I skip one? This is what he says. Now he said what they did was hooking entire nations on drugs. Remember the pictures of the poppy seeds?
Bring it out.
I just gave you the pictures of the poppy seeds.
The crack epidemic in the 80s and 90s. Come on.
Come on now. Hooking entire nations on drugs, deliberately exterminating entire ethnic groups for the sake of land and resources. They hunted people like animals. This is Putin talking now. This is contrary to every nature of man, truth, freedom, and justice. So really what Putin said was that the American He ain't talking about us. He talking about the construct. Now, let's get this straight. What he's saying is that the construct of America, they not even human.
Ain't right.
Man. Hey, he goes on to say, now they have moved on into a radical denial of moral norm, religion, and family. This is where you hit them in the head at. Check this out. I love this part. This was Putin talking. He said, do we really want here in our country in Russia instead of mom and dad? That's correct family structure, by the way.
Right. That's the correct order, by the way.
That's correct family structure.
Right.
Do we really want here in our country in Russia instead of mom and dad to have parent number 1, parent number 2, parent number 3? Have they gone completely insane? Do we really want it drilled into our children in our schools that there are supposedly genders beside woman and man, and children be offered to chance to undergo sex change operations? We have different futures.
Wow.
Our own future. Now.
Wow. Woo. Shots fired. Y'all may say shots fired.
Pew, pew, pew.
Ooh, man. Pew. Bring it out. Pew. Bring it out. Boy,
look here, man.
Boy. Man. Truth be told, I mean, exactly. Man.
And this is what people have to understand, that wherever America go, this is why they go there. They go there to spread their ideologies.
That's it.
Putin say, man, they want to have all of that stuff over there, that's fine. But over here, we don't want this in our land.
Right.
But before he got there, he laid the foundation of who America really is.
Right. He said, let me give y'all a history lesson right quick.
Let me give y'all a history lesson right quick.
They've been doing this since the Middle Ages all the way up to now. This is what they do. This is their strategy. This is their game plan. They'll tell you you can't do something, but have pillaged and prided and got rich off of telling us not to do it. But
come on now.
That's why Biden at the end of that speech, what did Biden say? Don't believe Putin.
Yeah,
he look like an old grandpa that's been lying and stealing from next door neighbor for years, and now people find out he don't believe him.
Right.
Believe what he said.
Right. Now, this ain't gossip. But there's been in articles that this dude used to shower with his daughter while she was at an inappropriate age, and she say that it messed her up in the head. Now, this is the leader of your country.
This is the what?
Now, everybody know that Biden was a pedophile before. Everybody know. This is not new. This is not news, man.
Everybody knows that.
Even Democrats was talking about him in his pedophilious ways, right? Absolutely. But the truth about America is that everywhere that you go, look, you know what the scriptures say about Satan and his children? He said, you are of your father.
You are of your father.
You are of your father. He said the only thing that you know how to do is steal, kill, and destroy. And that's all that America do.
That's all they do. That's all they do. They don't know how to do anything else. I mean, you basically look at the game plan after, as you mentioned, and as Putin mentioned, as you read to the people. Look at the game plan after World War II, after Vietnam. Our boys come home, they get on drugs. Man,
me and my wife talk about this so much. Vietnam, the whole purpose of Vietnam, Ayob, and it's a refreshing thing to see somebody else was able to see this here. The whole purpose of Vietnam was to destroy our family structure.
That's it.
Because before Vietnam, this is where we were beginning to grow economically and sound as a family, because you had the man and you had the woman and you had the children that was learning correct values. But then Vietnam and the draft, and them boys went over there, the ones that did not die, they came back drug addicts. And while we were over there, the system was working on our women's feeding into their head women liberation. So when the men came back, now they saying, I done did this shit all by myself all this time. What I need you for?
I don't need you to go get groceries. I can get groceries. I don't need you to
go get groceries. I don't need you to raise my kid. I've been raising them by myself. You can't get a job anyway.
Right. That's it, Doc.
Go look at Jason's lyric. Check out Mad Dog.
Yep.
Look at Mad Dog. Mad Dog was not the same Mad Dog he was when he left.
He left. He wasn't. He was look at dead presidents the same way. He was different when he came back from the war, man. That war was they knew it was going to be a mental for our guys that survived. They knew it was going to be mental. When we came back, we were not going to be the same. Our ruach, our souls, from what we seen.
They broke us. That war broke us. So that was the Vietnam War, and then the next thing after that, in our generation, they made us gangsters and drug dealers. So you got so many, you got graveyards full of our generations, while you still got penitentiaries that's full of our generation.
Right. And Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, not
the real Ricky Ross.
That one, the rapper,
right.
Him, but the skinny dude. He even says it in his book. He's like, we don't own any boats. They'll tell you that we don't own any boats to bring that stuff over here. But your congressmen and their sons.
There you go.
Now, what do you think is on Hunter Biden's laptop?
There you go.
All of that information to get this stuff over here.
The biggest white crackhead in America.
For a fleece of money, we'll be the face of his troubles for some money.
There you go.
And we'll take the downfall and get locked up in prison for 29. I got cats that just came home this past week that got locked up when I was 14 years old. And
you understand me?
Doing 30 years.
You understand me?
So, guys, this thing is this plan that they had. This stuff is playing from years.
So now the plan is to effeminize our men.
Man, he just said it. Putin said it. He was like,
yeah,
the structure is mom and dad.
Yeah.
So they're not making Brittany Griner out of an example for nothing. They saying we don't play this over here.
We don't play this over here. And we don't need you coming over here.
Right.
Bringing that ideology over here, because that's the whole thing with America, is that wherever we go, our beliefs go with us, and they feel like that their beliefs are the right beliefs because they say in God we trust. But this is the question that people never ask. Ayo Ben Yahoo, what God are they talking about?
What God are they talking about?
Nobody ever asked that question.
Never asked. They just assume that it's,
You see what I'm saying? That it's the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But it's not.
But it's not.
But it's not. There's a couple of more things I want to hit here. And then we're going to go to a commercial break. We're going to come back and keep the show going. He also said in this here, he said, we're announcing new sanctions today. And that include new authorities to sanction anyone who provide political or economic support to Russia, foreign and fraudulent territorial claims. People need to understand what that means. He know who is helping Russia. The three biggest nations in this world and not in no particular order, but the three biggest economical powers in this world is America, China, and Russia. Well, Russia is waging a war with Ukraine. And understand this, Ukraine already is Russia. It was called the USSR at first. And you heard what Putin said. You came in and you dismembered it without even asking the people what it was.
Right, without even asking.
You see what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So all Putin is doing is taking back what is his. He's doing the OJ.
Right.
That brother doing the OJ.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
And you see how, like I said, they always slip up. They always make a mistake. Biden said America is fully prepared, along with NATO, to defend every inch of NATO territory. But if you think about it, guys, this is where they mess up. They are trying to fast track the application for Ukraine to join NATO. So if you're trying to get there,
we gonna get there. Yeah, you good though. Yeah.
Oh man,
we gonna get there. We gonna get there. But you are absolutely right. See, all of this stuff, man. Everything that you were seeing, what we're looking at is Joel chapter 3.
boy.
Ahaya is about to bring these nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Listen, that's right before our eyes. Me and the Art was talking about this earlier. Right before our eyes, that is happening. Joel 3
That's happening.
It's happening.
Joel
right
3 is happening right now.
Right now, before our eyes.
Right now. Right now.
It's,
So with these sanctions, we need to understand now one sanction has hurt Russia. I'm going to go through this real fast because we got to keep it going. Now, one sanction has hurt Russia.
not one.
But what people are not understanding that every sanction that he gives is hurting us.
Hurting us. We're going, ooh.
Is hurting us. So who is the war against? Is the war against Russia or is the war against us? Look, there is a dadgum order, and I cannot remember what it is right now. I'm gonna find it by the grace of the Most High. When we come back next week, I'm gonna have that executive order that says that we the people are the enemy of the state. Mm-hmm. Guess who gave the order? President Bill Clinton. That's who gave the order. We the people are the enemy of the state. And this is what we're seeing being exercised. They fighting against us, but with the smoke and the mirrors going on, we thinking that the fight is against Russia. Ain't no sanction that this dude has put down has hurt Russia.
Not one.
They got the second, if not the first, biggest economical nation in the world backing them. And now they just made a deal with Iran. Russia ain't care about no sanctions.
They don't care about that.
They don't care about no sanctions. I think it's one more point. Nah, that's it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Woo. I thought I had one more, but I'm done. Let's get this commercial break in, man. But say, Joel 3 is right before our eyes, for real. Right before our eyes. Truth music, my people, 24/7 a day. If you want to jam it, this is where you go. Hey, I even downloaded the app to my phone. Yep. It's on my laptop as well. Yep. Good stuff, man. Check it out.
Yeah, I hear them chopping, I can feel the vibe. Spiritual lives, I can see inside. They want me to stumble when I don't even trip. 10 toes down, my days got grip. Railroad mobbing, it's a beautiful ride. Roll down the window, it's me inside.
Keep going, keep praying. Study hard, free yourself. Yeah, you've been praying for me, I can tell. Yeah, I felt a boost of virtue out of nowhere.
Going in the nicotine, took me out of that. He did. Could have been on drugs, yeah, took me out of that. He did. Could have been gone from a natural use, took me out of that. Could have been dead, took me out of that.
Ain't nobody teach me nothing except G's don't cry. So these ain't tears, I got blood in my eye. Pardon the lie, but the truth is hella grimy and greedy. Another child sacrificed to the city.
Yeah.
Already, that is Righteous Lion Radio, and you can find it in your Google Play Store if you got Android. I ain't got Apple, so I don't know what you Apple folks download y'all apps on. But hey, you know, you can find it there too.
Got Android myself, brother.
I'm the only person in the house that don't have Apple. Me and my wife, somebody yesterday, she said, you just want to be different, right? I was like, yep, you got it. I'm going to keep my Android. You got it.
You got it.
Yeah, but all praises to the Most High. But yeah, for real, man, 24/7, 364. 364. That's what Enoch said. He didn't say 365. 364 days. Exactly. Yeah. You got truth music at your fingertips. And I be listening to it, man. And they be putting their thing down. So let's keep it going. What you got for us? Yo, what you got?
Man, we was just talking about how the sanctions do not hurt Russia, but they hurt us. And this is a recent article that I found from Smart News. We was talking about this the other day, man. And this article says Americans are running out of money and big companies like Target and Walmart are noticing. It makes a recession more likely. So sounds
Americans
like
are running out of
somebody
money.
is scared. Americans are running out of money. Man, so like you just mentioned, Ak, and I wanted to bring this out real quick because you have the NFL full swing. Man, them tickets, lowest tickets, 75, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150 bucks for nosebleed. You got tickets for the NFL games nowadays, could be 3, 4, 5 grand, man. It'd be crazy. NBA is about to be there in preseason now. WNBA just finished their championship. Baseball playoffs just getting started. So folks is buying tickets, is spending money.
They buying these tickets. They are
these tickets. But for some reason, Walmart, Target, your retail stores are saying, hey, new data is showing that Americans have already burned through a third of their saved up savings. Man, there's nearly 3 times it's nearly 3 times lower than what they previously thought. And signal spending will slow down. Retailers are adjusting accordingly, but the data hints a recession is increasingly likely. Now, that's what they wrote. I already believe we're already in a recession. But the reason I mentioned the sports is almost like comfort food. You know what I'm saying?
Break it down.
People will spend their last dollar and carry a few bucks to the game to get popcorn and beer and snacks. A beer nowadays run about 15, 16 bucks.
Yep.
At least. The souvenir cup, you're going to pay 20, 25 bucks for you and your buddies. You might spend $100, $125 for you and a few buddies to get the first round of beer. So just think. Cats drink all the time. You may spend $700 on just beer, and that's not. I'm not exaggerating.
You not. I mean, one beer is like a 12 pack.
Yeah,
one beer.
Right.
One 12-ounce beer is the price of a whole 12 pack. Yeah.
So just think on one end how much money for as ticket sales and accommodations and hotels. Just think how much money they're making. But Target and Walmart is saying, wait a minute. We don't like what we see. We're trending down. The holiday, their so-called holiday season is vastly approaching. And Target and Walmart is like, hey, we're going to try to jump ahead of the game. We're going to already try to adjust prices. So it says the financial cushion, and this article is from Smart News, guys, on October the 4th. It says this financial cushion protecting the Americans from sky-high inflation is smaller than previously thought. As savings dwindle, the chances of a severe recession mounts. It says household finances are in a worrying decline. Savings boom. Let me see if I can pull this up. It says savings boom through the early days of the pandemic. Now you think about the pandemic and why this football, basketball, everything is going out because everybody was cooped up inside the house. So they couldn't wait to get outside and whatever. Remember the stimulus package? Remember we talked about that a few shows ago on how there's always a catch to it. It wasn't just free money. Right. So now that you pump all this money into the economy, a lot of people they're not spending it. They're keeping it in their savings account. That's why Biden wanted the IRS. He wanted to do an executive order. And what was that? He wanted to be able to look at bank accounts.
$500.
$500 more, something like that.
Was it 5 or 6? It was something that was ridiculous. Yeah.
Why would the U.S. government want to do? What would be the purpose of doing that? It's because of this.
Right.
Those sanctions that they put on Russia, like Ak just said, it's not hurting Putin. It's hurting us. It's driving the inflation up. The more money you pump into the economy, the value of the dollar goes down. They just had a report today where since the so-called queen died, the pound is losing value every day. Every day. Every day. That's what they say. They say the pound is losing, but they'll tell you.
You know the pound. You know the pound was called the pound because it used to be backed by a pound of gold.
Right.
It used to be. That's the operative word there. It used to be. It's no longer backed by. But go ahead, because go ahead.
Right there on the screen it says. Let's see if I can get this. So several retail giants Several retail giants already expect the slowdown to materialize. Walmart and Target both announced last month. See, they already. This is during the summer, y'all. They already got these numbers. They done put these pie graphs. What they'll do, y'all, like we said before, they'll get a team, a PR team, a think tank to come in, and they'll have their coffee and their bagels and their donuts and all their stuff, and they'll rub elbows and show pictures of their kids, and they'll meet for hours and talk about these numbers. They'll crunch these numbers, what they can do, what areas they can make up for this money that they're going to lose. So it says Walmart and Target both announced last month that their holiday sales promotions will start in early October in the bid to attract shoppers put off by skyrocketing prices. So y'all, I'm sure people in different areas, different states, we have people in the chat and in the audience from all over. I'm sure y'all probably already seeing their little Christmas advertisements and things. They want you to come out and start prepping. Target and Walmart, they're already saying that they're going to do this. Amazon, meanwhile, announced its own deals event for Prime members spanning from October 6th to October 8th in a bid to compete with its brick and mortar peers. So Amazon is saying, hey, to compete with Walmart and Target stores you can actually walk into, we're going to say Target may offer a game system for $389, but you can get it from Amazon for $200. You can get it for $150 cheaper. All right. It says by offering deals sooner, inflation-wary shoppers can spread out their holiday purchases across several pay periods, so as to not stretch their finances too thin. So it says we know price is top of mind for Walmart customers and will continue to be a significant factor as the holiday season approaches. Walmart spokesman Nick DeMoss told the Washington Post in September, customers are shopping early and finding the lowest prices is a top priority. Retail sales are expected to climb just 4 to 6% between November 22 and January 2023. That is a 15.1% decline from the previous year. You like what? So that's that's a 15%. Bruh, that is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And it's and what's happening, the reason I want to bring this out is because of the sanctions. Think about this, guys. They're saying that the retailers are scared. So they're saying consumers are not spending money at the retail. Remember, America is a corporation. Now,
bring it out.
NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, WNBA, that stuff goes to the players and the organizations. They don't necessarily pump this back. That money doesn't get pumped back into the economy like Target and Walmart. That's why they call it retail. That's Amazon. That's right. So they're rocking the people back to sleep with all this entertainment. But in the same time, the U.S. government is sending aid to Ukraine to further this war when it's us that are feeling the pinch.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? We're the commodity guys. It is a war, like Octa said, it's the war against the people. Don't be fooled. Mashiach said in Matthew 24, don't be deceived. Deception will be at an all-time high.
It was the first thing that he said when they asked that question.
Right. And he wasn't talking to the crowd.
He was
talking to the people that was this boy.
That's right. Be ye not deceived. That was the very first thing that he said before he went into anything else.
Yep. So they saying the risk of recession is higher than we previously thought. So keep this in mind, because in another 6 months, what will they be saying then, guys? If they're already saying this, they already projected this summer what the fall and through January 2023 is going to be. So they're already scared. They're trying to figure out what's going to happen. They don't know.
I think it's always important that we explain, and not saying that people don't know. It's like when I tell my kids, this is just so I can say that I did let you know, right? Not saying that you don't know, but to let you know what a recession is. A recession is when people start losing their jobs. That's what a recession is. When people start losing their jobs. And one of the main reasons people start losing their jobs is because companies are not able to borrow in the capacity that they are able to borrow when things are doing good, which means that they're not able to pay their employees the same way that they can when things are doing good. And so what I found interesting about that article, it said that Americans are running out of money. And this is a great segue into our next one. It said Americans are running out of money, but yet they have think tanks, like the Ox said, to come together to figure out how to get your money.
Get your money.
They not worried about if you can pay your car note. They not worried about if you can pay your mortgage. They not worried about if you can pay your rent. They not worried about if you can buy food for yourself. This is a corporation. Target is a corporation. Walmart is a corporation. Do you know what their main thought is? The bottom line. We keep telling you, I don't think that the last 6 shows we have not told you that America is a corporation. America thinks, I'm going to look at the camera this time.
Look at it.
America thinks the exact same way that Target think, that Walmart think, that Amazon think, that Home Depot think, that Lowe's think. I know it's Depot.
But I call it Depot too. We talking about that last night.
Right. Yeah, right.
Figure it out.
But America thinks the exact same way. The bottom line is the money. They don't care about you. Target don't care about you.
No, they don't. They don't care.
They just told you in the article, Americans are running out of money.
They running right.
For what little money they have, out your opinion, Yahoo?
Right.
We want it.
Well, what little money you got?
It's up to you to worry about your car dealership, right?
Right.
It's up to you to worry about how you gonna stay in that house. That's up to you.
Right. And then a lot of people will ask the question, well, wait a minute. When I drive past Walmart, it's always packed.
I just told you that.
Well, what they're worried about is, we packed. But the average family, instead of spending your normal $750 to $1,000 coming to get groceries, coming to get clothes, coming to get, printer cartridges for your printer at home, or HDMI cables for your TV, cleaning products, they're not spending $750, $1,000 for a family of 7. They're now spending $300, $400. Yeah. So over time, that money declines that they're making. And like you said, it's the corporations that run the corporation of America.
That's right.
So if Target normally makes $13 million a quarter, and now they're only making $7.8 million, guess what? They got to cut back on their spending.
That's right. Which means that's employees.
There you go. So
and they never start with the high-end employees. They never cut them first. They start at the bottom.
They start at the bottom.
They start at the bottom. Exactly. The
stockers, cashiers, janitors.
That's where they start.
Hey, now all supervisors, you got to come in 2 hours earlier to clean the bathrooms now. And they'll say we just wipe nationwide. Target may have saved $2 million on payroll for the janitors. I'm just
that's right.
Out. They'll say that. So now that $2 million can be added to the 7.8.
Right. I'm telling
man,
Walmart was known for asking their employees because they didn't want to pay their full-time. They didn't want full-time. A lot of full-time employees because when you full-time, they have to pay insurance and stuff, right? So they would cut you off at a certain amount of hours. These jokers was known for asking employees to clock out, but still give me about 2 hours. Man, is you out your mind safe? Hey,
you crazy?
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something. When I was watching that documentary, me and Safa was watching that together, man. You had these people, they were scared of Walmart and they were doing it because they didn't want to lose their job. I said, boy, they just didn't ask the right nigga. Right? And I'm just gonna say it just like that, man. They just didn't ask the right nigga. You know what I'm saying, man? I wish you would come and ask me to go clock out and do what?
You look at him, how you look at him from up and down. I tell you what, I'm gonna finish this box of Campbell soup, chicken noodle soup, putting it up.
You understand me?
You think about what you just asked me, all right? Okay.
You understand me? They just did not ask the right nigga.
Yeah, it's getting real. And like you just said, they'll say, okay, you get 40 hours a week. we paying you cashier. We say we paying you $11.75 an hour.
Right.
Walk out, because at the 39 hours or 39 and a half hour threshold,
Right.
if you hit 40, if
Right.
12 cashiers hit 40 for the payroll, as a company, I have to pay the insurance.
That's
tax.
right. That's
If I
right.
can get all of y'all under the 200-hour threshold for 12 employees, if I can get you
That's
for
right.
200, if I keep y'all at 155, 170,
That's
that
right.
money that I'm paying for that tax, the company will keep that
That's
and
right.
use for something else.
That's right.
We
It's
can pay
all
a
a game.
We can play a fleet of truck to get the PlayStation 5s here a
That's
week
right.
sooner, to get
That's
y'all
right.
and to
There
pay
you
for
go.
advertisement on TV.
There you go.
To say, hey, the PS5s instead of
There you
500
go.
are now
There
350.
you go.
And you came and checked last week and they wasn't here. Guess what? We got them in the store. So guess what everybody
That's
gonna
right.
do? He's sitting
That's
outside
right.
of Walmart
That's right.
overnight waiting
That's
for it.
right.
That's
right.
money. That's what
That's
what
right.
they're
That's
talking about in this
money.
article. That's what
That's
they're talking
money.
about.
That's
They're trying to
right.
figure out, like Ox said, let's figure out a way with the little bit of money they do have. Let's
Let's
get it back.
figure out how to get it. Let's figure out how to get it. You know what that is, Doc? That's selfish.
Selfish, man.
That's selfish.
James 5, the money to store it up is rusting away, bro.
And what Ukraine just did in the segue, that's why I said that was a great way to go into a segue. What Ukraine just did was very selfish, man. I wasn't as smart as Ayob to grab the. Hold on. I might have not been. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. I might got it.
Oh, man.
No, I was not as smart as Ayob to grab the article so you people can see it. But here is the article right here. Okay. So this is the deal. Friday, which was last Friday, Ukraine requested an accelerated accession to join NATO. I just want you to think about that. For those who have been following us for the last month, we already understand who NATO is, how NATO works, and the implications it would be as to if Ukraine was to join NATO. This is the whole reason that Russia is attacking Ukraine right now. It's like I told my wife. And I feel, as a man, I feel Putin. And I don't want nobody to think that I'm a Putin supporter. Same way I don't want nobody to think I'm a Trump supporter. I just understand real from real. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, Putin understands Ukraine belonged to Russia to begin with. The only reason there is a Ukraine is because America stuck their nose in business that they shouldn't have been sticking their nose in to begin with, right? But Putin was like, okay, that's cool with that. What's done is done. It's spilled milk. It's toothpaste out of the tube. We can't put it in. Let's figure out a way how to work together. America never wanted to work together. Do people know how long Ukraine been trying to join NATO? I don't know the exact number, but I know it's been for a long time. It don't take a whole lot to get a nation to join. America already knew. This is why America and the rest of NATO have never allowed Ukraine to join, because they was going to use this particular incident as the catalyst for everything that we going through right now.
That's right.
Have you ever had a female that liked you? Or you females, you ever had a dude that liked you that you really didn't like, but you knew that if you just string them on a little bit, that you were able to get something out of them in the long run? That's what this relationship with Ukraine and America is. You dig what I'm saying?
That's it. You hit the nail on the head.
That's what this relationship is, right? And so America knew off the top that they was not just going to let Ukraine in, because they knew what buttons to push. Or have you ever had that girl that you loved or thought that you loved, and she know what buttons to push to set you off?
Yeah, man.
America know what was going to set this thing off. So they waited till the right time to start messing with Ukraine again.
Yep.
This was a very selfish thing what Ukraine did with this accelerated accession thing. And the reason why it was selfish is because Ukraine know that if they join NATO tomorrow, it's all out war.
All out war. Because that's what Putin was saying. That's why Biden is like, don't believe him. He's backed into a corner. No, believe what Putin is saying, everybody. Because he said, and he's said this since February 24th at 12 a.m. when he went in, he said, the moment America gets involved and sends weapons and to Ukraine, or if Ukraine joins NATO, it's going to be on and popping.
It's going to be on and popping. Now, what I did not bring up that Putin said in that speech was, and this is what West News keep away from the people. Mm-hmm. Putin said, look, I don't care what the West say. What Putin got those 4 nations over there in Ukraine, those 4 countries in Ukraine, and he got them. The West tell you that he really ain't got them. No, he got them. Yeah. He got them. But this is what Putin said. He said, look, he said, I'm willing to sit down with the president of Ukraine and talk negotiations. That we can bring this thing to an end. He said, we're not going to talk about that's not on the table. I got them and I'm going to keep them. Can I still be heard? Oh, okay then. Yeah, I got them and I'm going to keep them. So we're not going to talk about that. But if you want to bring this thing to an end, I'll sit down across the table and we can talk about how we can do that there. You know what he's saying? Leave America alone.
Right.
We the East, they the West. Let the West be the West. Let us come together as men and talk this thing out. I done got 4 of your nations, right? Don't make me have to take all of them.
Right.
And everybody know that the dude that's in the White House right now is losing his mind.
Losing his mind because he knows that it's not that Putin is in a corner. It's that Putin is like, look, I will drop a nuke somewhere in Europe or somewhere in the Ukraine where it's already kind of inhabitable where people don't really live, just to get y'all to be like, all right, he ain't playing.
Get your attention. What did you say America bought? What did you say America just bought? You just showed it to me right before the show. Bring that up.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. Let me see if I can right.
This is what America just bought, people. Ayo Ben Yahoo just brought this to my attention.
Let's see. Bam. Look at that. This came out today, 10:06 at 1:38 p.m. Let me see.
$290 million of drugs.
U.S. purchases $290 million of drug for use in radiological and nuclear emergencies. Now, remember, like you said a little while ago, a few shows ago, what did we do? We brought out that PSA that they had in New York.
In New York.
Not a little small YouTube video. They had an actual public service announcement about what happened. She didn't say if, she said what to do when a nuclear blast occurs. And now all of a sudden, we just went over Target and Walmart hurting. They trying to figure out how to get y'all in the store. They just sent more aid to Ukraine, and now the U.S. government purchases $290 million. Come on, y'all. We got to, at some point, we're going to have to be like, all right, Joel 3, this thing is about to really.
This thing is about to jump off.
It's about to really, and just
it is about to jump off.
We're 100 seconds away from midnight. I mean, that hand is literally on the 11:59, and they even got the scientific clock. You will see them every now and then talking about so many seconds from doomsday. Well, the doomsday is 12 a.m. on the scientific clock, and you can Google it and look it up. The hand is right there on the. I mean, it's.
We got to think, man. That Ezra said, "Here I go again with Ezra's right." In his day. Boy. It was 12 and a half parts gone, and he said it was only 13. That was in his day.
In his day.
It was 12 and a half gone, and it was only 13. Look, people. We do not come here every Thursday, just to hear us talk. We come here every Thursday for those who really want to understand where we are at in Bible prophecy.
In Bible prophecy, right.
That's why we come here every week.
Right.
These nations are beefing. What the Bible called, they are setting a battle right. You remember the Philistines on this side of the mountain, and then you had Saul army on this side of the mountain.
We were just talking, and it said, look, me and the family just went over and Shabbat that lesson. And what did it say? I ain't mean to cut you off real quick.
No, you good. You good.
He said they went in battle array.
That
means
both sides.
They wasn't sitting back.
Right.
They was on the valley was in between. They was on the
side
of the mountain, and they were ready. Swords in hands,
was ready.
spears in hands, shields up.
Battle array.
Battle array. They were ready to go. And
that's right. That's where we at right now, people.
Yeah,
Understand.
Yo.
Do I still watch football? Yes.
Absolutely. But it's no longer an idol.
There you go. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, I used to lose sleep.
What?
Los Angeles
I told
Lakers,
you I put somebody at my house. Man, I put the dude at my house when the Mavericks lost in 06.
Oh man.
I put him at my house.
Listen, the year y'all beat us, the Lakers swept Kobe and them so bad. Stojakovic and Dirk Nowitzki, they was hitting threes with their eyes closed.
Right.
Boy, I was so mad at every Dallas. Boy, I was so mad at Dallas. I ain't even know y'all then I was mad at y'all. I couldn't sleep.
Exactly. So you feel my pain. I can't tell you how many Mondays I done woke up just disturbed because the Cowboys done lost another one. Dude, now,
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good.
All praise.
It's not a movie that I just say to myself, I gotta go see that.
Right. It's cool if I see it. If I don't, oh well.
Oh well.
Thank the Most High for. Man,
I got one of the greatest compliments today at a customer's house, and this is what he said. And we were just talking. Out of nowhere, he said, "I see that you read." I said, "Yes." I said, "The knowledge is in the books," and he said, "Yes, sir." He said, "I wish other people knew that." I just out of nowhere, he said, "I see that you read."
Wow. Wow. That's all right, bro. All praise for that.
See?
Man.
There's too many distractions. No other nation is as distracted as Americans are, man.
We just now did you see the commercial about the LGBTQ community got for no vote, no sex? You seen that video?
No.
Bro, don't even. Bro, they got it's not Magic Johnson's son. It's another guy like him. Yes, it's a trap. Beat. It's a trap beat, and they up. It's like he at a podium. You know what? I don't think it's Magic Johnson's son, but he got the long nails, the makeup.
Right.
He got the crowd behind him.
Well, you know Magic Johnson's son like 9 feet tall.
It's not Magic Johnson. It's a little dude that look just like him, but they actually got a song just like Juvenile put Vax that thing up.
Right.
And they got a song called No Vote, No Sex.
Same, man.
Bruh. And we back there bouncing. It's us. In the video,
us.
It's
us.
I'm just like, we are this close to biblical prophecy is being fulfilled each day, but we this close for this thing, the Most High popping the bubble on this thing for real. This is what we doing.
Yeah, I love how you said that, yo, because I just had a vision, man. It's a big pimple. It's a pimple that's ready to be burst, man. With that being said, man, I'm Shiyishu Judah. This has been a great one. Hey, look here, Johnny Boy Fitness 1500. That's my boy right there, man. Yeah, that's my boy right there, man. Say, man, we're gonna keep that brother in our prayers too. He just went through a surgery. I just met this brother, and that brother there is 100, man. That brother is 100. Yeah, it's been good though, man. Look here. I'm gonna need y'all that's in this comment box. Y'all gonna have to start talking to us because I want this to be a family thing every week, like for real. I want this to be a family thing. It's a lot of information that is out there. The email is Truth Be Told Flex Podcast as well. You got information that you want to share with us, hit us in Truth Be Told Flex Podcast at gmail.com. You got any articles that you want to be discussed about, hit us at Truth Be Told Flex Podcast at gmail.com. Miss RTC Wood Roberson, that sister there is always feeding the show with some great information, man. Always. Absolutely. Yeah, always. So you know, we want to continue this thing, man. We want to let the people know what's going on. Look, girl, the war is against the people. Come on, man. The war is against the people. I want to thank you, brother. Next week we're gonna have Oxford back with us.
Full crew on deck.
Yeah, we're gonna have a full crew on deck. Exactly. Can't wait for that to happen. But until then, we want to say shalom to the people and thank everybody who tuned in with us.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for that. Y'all. Yeah. Exactly. So we up out of here.
It's all unraveling. It's all unraveling. Listen, man, in case you didn't know.
Shalom. We would like to welcome you to the Truth Be Told Flex podcast, where I am your host, Yeshua Judah, sitting along Oxafah Yeshelhu and Ayo Ben Yehu. We're going to do it like we do it on every day that the Greeks call Thursday. We would like to welcome you, and if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell so that you can get every notification when we upload on Thursdays. With that being said, let's prepare ourselves for a great show.
Prophecy, interpretation, Isaiah 55:11, so it ain't no faking. Crack your dough, it's getting close. I'm here to tell you, just in case you didn't know. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, it's all unraveling. Babylon got pregnant with a daughter. She introduced a new world order. She wicked as hell. If you try to feed the homeless, they take you to jail. And for that wicked heart of power, gon' send them to hell. We at the